Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're exploring something pretty universal, that deep human longing for connection, for partnership that really lasts. I mean, what makes some relationships truly thrive, evolve over a whole lifetime. So our mission today is to unpack the really fascinating nature of marriage, looking at its developmental stages. We're drawing heavily on the work of Dr. Dazen Nasri and Shelley Nasri, specifically their book, The Developmental Stages of Marriage, and the work of the United Marriages Institute. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll have a kind of roadmap, a way to understand the journey of growth in any committed relationship, maybe have some aha moments about why certain challenges pop up.
Yeah, and what's really interesting about their approach is how they frame marriage. It's not static, not just a piece of paper. It's presented as this living, breathing, evolving thing, fundamentally dynamic.
That feels like a really important starting point. The material talks about it stemming from our basic human need for intimacy, right? For belonging.
Exactly. And they use this powerful phrase, a fortress for well-being, something that's served that purpose across, well, cultures and time. It's definitely more than just a contract.
It's got layers.
Oh, absolutely. Layers. If you look at it through different lenses, evolutionarily, it's like a survival strategy, cooperative child rearing, social stability. Psychologically, it meets those core needs, love, belonging, even growth.
And they add that spiritual dimension, too, which I find fascinating. This idea of marriage as a pathway for developing virtues, fulfilling a kind of destiny.
Precisely. It adds that deeper layer of meaning. And the key thing is, while every single marriage is unique, of course, these stages they outline, they show a universal pattern. It's like an inner journey. Everyone in a committed relationship goes through adaptation, maturity, finding that shared purpose. There are common milestones.
Okay, let's dive into those milestones then. Stage 1, the primary union phase. This sounds like, well, falling in love, basically.
That's pretty much it, yeah. It's marked by that intense romance, lots of idealism, high emotions. Partners tend to see each other through, as they put it, a lens of hope and aspiration. So strengths get amplified, flaws kind of get minimized.
And there's actual brain chemistry involved, too, isn't there? That powerful early buzz.
Oh, for sure. You've got elevated dopamine, oxytocin. Those chemicals really reinforce the exhilaration, the attachment. But internally, even then, couples are doing important work. They're figuring out communication, building intimacy, learning to balance me with we, navigating those early power dynamics.
It sounds wonderful, but you mentioned minimizing flaws. Is there a vulnerability baked into that?
There is. That idealization, it's natural, but it means partners might merge their identities almost too much. It feels great, but they might not be seeing everything clearly or really addressing their separate needs yet. And then you have external factors, family, culture, society. They can either support the couple or add pressure. The source notes that functionality here can be a bit inconsistent. Some couples just naturally grow from this, but others, they might look stable on the outside, but be built on a fragile foundation if they don't do some deeper reflection.
No, okay, so if stage 1 is let's call it the honeymoon phase, stage 2, the differentiation phase.
Yeah.
Sounds like where things get real. Turbulence, you said.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, turbulence and growth. Those early illusions start to fade away. Partners begin rediscovering themselves as individuals, their own goals, needs that maybe weren't being met. You might even see sort of nostalgia for personal freedom.
Ah, so the little quirks or differences that seemed cute before,
Yeah.
now they can become sources of friction, create distance.
Exactly. Flaws become much more visible. And this is where love and power really start to intertwine, creating tension. And here's the critical part. If conflict isn't handled well in this stage, that's where problems really take root. It can lead to resentment, people withdrawing, just emotional disconnection.
How does that look, typically?
Well, the source mentions common defenses, maybe anger, anxiety, jealousy, or people retreating. Pouring energy into work, or parenting, or sometimes even outside relationships. Those unspoken frustrations, they just chip away at the trust.
But it's crucial to understand this isn't the end of the road, right? It's not like the marriage has failed.
Absolutely not. That's a key takeaway. Differentiation isn't failure. It's actually a vital, necessary step in the marriage's evolution. It's a massive opportunity for self-awareness, for getting really honest in communication, and for consciously redesigning the relationship.
So it's about finding that balance between being individuals and being a couple.
Precisely. It's that challenge of balancing autonomy and unity. To get through it successfully, you need humility, empathy, and real openness to let go of those early illusions and build something more authentic, more enduring.
Which then leads, hopefully, to stage 3, The enlightened union phase. This sounds like the goal, doesn't it? Marital maturity, shared purpose.
It represents that transition into real maturity, yes, where the uncertainty and conflict start to settle down, replaced by deeper understanding, mutual respect, a shared vision. The pillars here are really trust, honesty, cooperation, solid foundations.
And the unity you mentioned, it's not about becoming the same person.
Not at all. Quite the opposite. Unity in this stage isn't about uniformity. It's actually celebrating the different roles, the different strength each person brings. Each partner supports the other's individual growth while also nurturing the marriage itself.
And the love itself changes.
It matures, definitely. It goes beyond just intense emotion or desire. It becomes rooted in shared purpose, shared values, maybe even a spiritual connection they've cultivated.
And that idea of the fortress for well-being comes back here.
It does, but with more depth. It's a sanctuary, yes, fulfilling emotional needs, but it also serves what the authors call a higher function, a spiritual partnership aimed at lifting both souls up. This stage becomes a place where you really cultivate virtues, compassion, resilience, selflessness, even service to others.
So it radiates outwards.
Often, yes. Couples in this stage frequently extend that sense of unity to their families, their communities. They model cooperation, compassion, that kind of spiritual maturity.
It's a powerful model.
Hmm.
But navigating these stages, it doesn't sound like a straight line. People don't just tick boxes, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3.
No, definitely not. That's a really crucial point the authors make. The stages are dynamic. Elements from all three can be present at the same time. And, some couples might get stuck. Maybe they cling too hard to that stage 1 romance, or they just battle constantly in stage 2 differentiation. Sadly, many might not fully reach that stage 3 enlightened union.
So what helps couples navigate this? What are the keys?
Intention seems key, and self-awareness. Having some kind of spiritual grounding helps many couples too. These allow you to move through the phases, deepen the love, strengthen the bond.
The source gives a couple of examples, right? Kevin and Amanda, their story sounds quite cautionary.
It really is. They had the intense stage 1, married quickly, but then things got stuck in differentiation. Issues weren't resolved. Communication broke down. Trust was shattered by an affair. They became isolated.
And they couldn't bridge that gap.
Ultimately, no. They didn't have the tools, didn't seek help effectively. And the source makes the point that their pain could have been a catalyst for growth, a gateway, if they'd approached it differently. It shows what can happen when that stage isn't navigated.
It's a stark contrast to the other example, Sarah and Adam.
Yes, Sarah and Adam represent a different path. Married over 20 years, they definitely faced conflicts, those stage 2 challenges, but the difference was how they handled it. They used counseling, they practiced introspection, they leaned on a shared spiritual foundation.
And that allowed them to actually heal and grow within the marriage.
Right, like Adam working through childhood wounds with Sarah's support. Their commitment wasn't just to staying together, but to consciously nurturing the relationship. And eventually their marriage did mature into that enlightened union, meeting both their psychological and, importantly for them, their spiritual needs.
So for listeners who might be seeing parallels in their own lives or just want to strengthen their bond, what kind of support helps? The authors obviously point towards structured help.
They do. Things like compassionate therapy, psychoeducation, these are highlighted as really important tools for navigating these often complex phases. And organizations like the United Marriages Institute, which the Nasseris founded, are built around providing that kind of support. They offer guidance, counseling, workshops, resources, all designed to help couples build that deeper love, respect, and lasting unity.
So it's a blend of practical tools and a sort of deeper philosophy.
Exactly. It combines evidence-based practices with that compassionate framework. Their whole mission is rooted in this idea that strong, healthy marriages are fundamental, foundational blocks for a more peaceful world. It's about relationships grounded in principles like love, dignity, justice, unity. And the positive stories, even briefed, suggest this approach really can help people manage challenges, improve communication, rebuild trust, real positive outcomes.
Okay, so let's pull this together. This deep dive really presents marriage at its best as this incredibly transformative journey, not just an arrangement, but a sacred partnership, something that nurtures us, helps us grow individually and together, and even contributes something positive beyond the couple itself.
That's a great summary. It's far more than just the traditional view.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. In a time when maybe old models don't quite fit, and even newer ones sometimes feel lacking, what if we reimagine marriage as this kind of spiritual path, guided by understanding these developmental stages? Could that offer renewed hope? Deeper relevance. What possibilities might open up for finding real strength, joy, profound meaning in our relationships if we embrace this journey? How might understanding these stages change how you approach connection in your own life?